On February 24, 1996, three Brothers to the Rescue aircraft left on what was to be a routine three-plane search and rescue mission. Yet the occurrences of that day were far from routine. During the morning, as the flight group met, Cuban MiGs were spotted on U.S. radar scouring skies over the Florida Straits at a time when normally the Brothers to the Rescue would have been airborne and in the area. However, on February 24, 1996, the Brothers' flight was late in taking off, and U.S. fighters were scrambled from Homestead Air Reserve Base, and the Cuban MiGs returned back to theirs. That afternoon, as the Brothers to the Rescue flew south, crossing the 24th parallel, they passed from reality into only what can be described as a scene from the Twilight Zone. You see, unbeknownst to the Brothers' flight, the United States government had trained its radar sites along our southern border on the Florida Straits that day, and the Brothers to the Rescue flight was being monitored. Suddenly, as the Brothers announced their presence to Havana air traffic controllers, a process that was always followed, Cuban MiGs were launched, and in an unprecedented attack, two of the Brothers' aircraft were shot down with air-to-air missiles over international waters and a flight crews killed by the Cuban Air Force. Tom Van Hare describes the shootdown and Betrayal as the equivalent of duck hunting with a bazooka. The recording you're about to hear are the Cuban MiG pilots being vectored to their targets by Havana air traffic controllers. The audio is subtitled. Listen to the background for a low hum, a growl, or what we call tone lock, as the missile acquires its target, the first plane.
Objetivo a la vista, avioneta.
Acá la tenemos a la vista. Es una avioneta. Blanca y azul. Blanca y azul, la avioneta. Está a baja altura, avioneta.
La tengo en captura.
La tenemos en captura, autorízanos.
Esa es la 337.
Esa. Autorízanos, cojones. Autorízanos, cojones, que la tenemos. Autorizado a destruir 08. Primer disparo. ¡Le dimos, cojones! ¡Le dimos!
¡Lo retiramos!
Espérate, para ver dónde cae. ¡Cojones, le dimos! ¡Siguió! Oye, marcaron el lugar.
Betrayal, Clinton, Castro, and the Cuban Five is a compendium of the evidence in what is the longest running trial in U.S. history. It's the one the media never told you about. Painstakingly researched for over a decade, Betrayal, Clinton, Castro, and the Cuban Five is the only account to date that exposes the truth about what happened and who knew prior to the murder of 3 Americans and 1 legal resident. All were volunteers who were out to save human lives.